Great. Now how do I get down? Well, there's a thumbnail. Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Today's video is going to be on doing the rafters, and it's the one I've been dreading the most just because I don't know what I'm doing. I've watched a bunch of videos on it and the concept is still foreign to me. I don't really understand it. I don't understand the math, but I figured out a way to make it work for me. So I might get some comments that I'm not doing it right, or there's an easier way of doing it, and that's fine. I get that. I understand all that. I'm just gonna do it my way. It worked out for me. So if you wanna see what that is, keep watching. And if you wanna continue this series, click the subscribe button so that you get notified when I release more videos of me doing questionable things. Let's get into it. I decided to go with a 412 pitch. It's not a very steep pitch, and for a chicken coop, it's just fine. So what I'm going to do is find the center of my board. Now this is an 8-foot board, so right at 4 feet, and I'm going to make a mark. Now to determine a 412 pitch, you can use your speed square here, like so. So what you want to do is, might be tough to see, but this is your pivot point where you want to pivot the speed square. Right down here is your common cuts. This is for your the angle for your rafters. So I want a 12 4. So I'm going to pivot this until you see a 4 over here. Now this is, make sure that your 4 is in line with your board here, and where this angle is, that's your cut. And you flip that and do that on the other side. Now we'll go cut out this section and this section. And this is an 18-degree cut, so we'll move our miter saw from 0 to about 18. And we can actually do this in one cut. Just line up our boards, make sure it's flush here, and then line up our angle here, and then just do one cut, and that'll cut both boards. Make sure everything is lined up. After I made my angle cuts, I got a piece of scrap OSB to make as a temporary brace here that we'll add to hold this into place. Again, this probably isn't the right way or the most efficient way, but it's the way I figured out how to do it. It makes sense to me. And the next thing I did is I made sure this line, this is 48 inches wide, so I put a mark at 24 and made sure it was straight up and down. And then I put a stick here to make sure I'm lined up with the center of this rafter is right in line. Now I'll be able to mark my bird's mouths. Since I'm going to want this to sit flush with the 2x4 underneath, I put a scrap piece up here, and I'm going to mark a straight line across here. I'm going to take this and mark a line here. And that is the section you cut out. Take this apart now. There's our bird mouth. That we'll have to cut this out. I'll use a circular saw for that. So you can use your first one as a template for your subsequent rafters. Make sure you label it as a template so that you're using the same one every time. What I like to do is put this back together. So now I'll put this back up on the chicken coop to make sure it lines up and everything is the way I want it to be. All right, fingers crossed. This works out. Off on that side, a little bit of a gap there. So my angle was a little a little much right there. This side looks pretty good. So what I'll do is I'll recut one off camera and see if I can make it a little better. I went ahead and cut a few more and I got the same result. There was a huge gap on the end here. But then when I moved it back, you can see I'm moving back and forth and there's hardly any gap and it fits perfectly. So what that tells me is things here are not lined up correctly on this side or on the other side. There's a gap here. So I'm gonna have to mess around with this end piece to figure out what's going on. But the trick that I did before, or the thing that I showed you earlier, does work. And here's proof. That one's a little off, but it's still tight. So we're gonna keep going until I get 5 sets of these. Well, 1 on each end and then 3 in the middle. After you find a rafter that works for you, like I said earlier, make sure you mark template on it. That way this is the one you use and you're not compounding mistakes. It actually goes really quickly now that I have a template. So what you can do is line up everything on a 2x4. This mark is the same. Mark this line, mark your bird's mouth, mark your other end. This will be the tail. I cut off the tail to make it what I want it. Line this up again. You already have that. Mark your bird's mouth and mark your other end. So now I have 2 rafters out of a single 2x4. Now we'll go cut that on the miter saw. This is scrap for something else. And now we just notch out our bird mouths and we'll have 2 rafters. Again, I'm just going to check fit. This is probably going to split this small piece of wood, but it's okay. Okay, it's probably going to be off here, same as the last ones. I mean, why wouldn't it be? I copied it from the same template. But let's move it back and see if it gets any better. Take this, move it back here. As you can see, hardly any movement there. A little bit. I was thinking about how I'm going to fix that gap that I have in the rafters, and I think what I'm going to do is just come in about 1/4 of an inch for each side of the rafter, because I'm about 1/2 inch big overall. So if I come in 1/4 inch off of the left side and 1/4 inch off of the right side, that should give me my 1/2 inch. So I'll show you what I mean here in a minute. Let me just mark this. So my overall length is okay, and I would typically just mark this, mark that, and cut that out. But I think what I'm going to do is take this, well, let me mark this other end. So now I have everything marked out. What I'm going to do is slide this up just a little bit. And instead of cutting back, well, maybe I might split the difference there. That's a little aggressive. I'm going to follow this line. And I'm going to do that again. Slide this down, meet with my other line there, and do the same. This is what I would typically cut out, but I'm going to move this up just a little bit and cut on that line instead. All right, here we go. Let's find out together if this worked. Well, it's a lot tighter. Whoa. And by that I mean I can't get it in over here. Here we go. Wow. Okay, so that worked. A little bit of a gap up top, but that's okay. Bring you in close. There we go. And look how tight that one is. So I do have 5. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 4 1/2, 5. So I think I'm gonna call it a night. It is about 9, quarter after 9. I just wanted to get these done today. So I think the next thing I'm gonna do is take these down and put proper plates up here that'll join these things permanently, and then finish trimming them up, and then eventually, and I'm gonna get some ties, I think, to tie these down, or just some screws or things like that. I'm not sure how I'm gonna fasten them yet, but that's gonna be later on in this video. Luckily for you, this is YouTube, so it's gonna happen right about now. As promised, it's a new day. I went out and got these 2x4 mending plates. They say they're non-structural, but I tried to look up truss plates and they show me the exact same thing. So we're gonna go ahead and get started on putting all of these into the plates. I also cut just a little support underneath, took that measurement and cut it out of a spare 2x4. I don't know if it's gonna help, but I don't know that it'll hurt. So line this up, there's a little arrow here, line it up to the center, and we'll go ahead and hammer that in. There's the first rafter up. 4 more to do. Hopefully this last one fits the way I want it to. Wow. I don't remember if earlier you recall how much of a gap we had in the back here, but putting those plates on, I'm not sure what. There's a little bit of a gap up here, but it's not terrible. And over here, it looks like it's fitting pretty good. If you look down there, pretty straight and lined up. While I was at the hardware store, I got these brackets. I don't know if they're called diamond brackets or Simpson brackets or hurricane brackets or whatever. But the idea is you slide these here up under your 2x4, either this way or so that this lip rests along here. Probably gonna do it that way. And then what you do is once you have your rafter lined up where you want it, you go ahead and nail or screw these here and screw them to your rafter, and it's supposed to keep them steady and have your roof not blow off during a hurricane. So that's what we're going to do next. We're going to install this, and then there's special brackets for the ends that I got too. I already went ahead and hung these hurricane brackets on all the other rafters, but I'll do one on camera here so you can see. So what I'm doing is taking the edge that sits on the top plate, sliding it in, and making sure it's secure there. What I also did already was I put in my bird blocking. This is just stuff that goes between the top plate and your roof
to make sure birds and other things can't get inside your structure, in this case, a chicken coop. So to do that, what I did was I put a 2x4 up in here and measured that angle. For me, that's a little over 18 degrees. And I took my scrap 2x4s that I saved in previous videos, and I put that on the table saw to cut that angle right here. And I just nailed that into place. You can come along and watch me do the other side. When you're operating a table saw, make sure you have plenty of objects that can fly at you and hit you in the face. So I have my table saw set to 18-ish degrees. And what I'm gonna do is take these boards and just run 4 of them along here. I'm gonna measure each one of these. Great. I'm gonna measure each one of these individually. The first one is 15 3/4. So we'll lay this out. They should be roughly the same if your spacing is correct on your rafters. Now we'll take this and put it in. A little tight, but that's okay. I just repeat that step 1, 2, 3 more times. Bird blocking is now complete on both sides. I'm ashamed of how long it took me to balance that just so I could go get a clamp. No one is here at the house, so I couldn't call anybody to come help me, but that took an absurd amount of time to get that plywood to balance like that just so I could walk away. I'm trying to clamp this down to hold it, but I'm not 100% sure how that's going to work. So let me get some things set up here before I move this plywood down because it's going to be heavy. We're losing it. Who built these rafters, but they can hold 215, 20 pounds. Ugh. Whew. My goodness, ouch. Just gonna screw this in because I think I'm going to want to take it off later after I get my trim boards and everything else laid out. So this is just gonna be here temporarily. And there we go, one gigantic roof.
I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. I want to thank you for watching this far. If you like this content, please consider subscribing and clicking the notification bell. That way you're notified when I post more videos. We're getting very close to passing the 500 subscriber mark, and I can't wait. As always, thank you, and I'll see you in the Oaks.